Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the fastest man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzin Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Sports Hub is live on your radio, Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Second installment of the show for today, Friday the 13th day in the month of February 2026. A big love to everyone out there, keeping it real, keeping it logged in and logged on your number one urban lifestyle station. And major props to everyone celebrating the World Radio Day today. I will say you, I will appreciate you, and trust me, we do not take it for granted. Major props to everyone keeping it real on the MIC, on the airwaves, educating us, sensitizing us, enlightening us every now and then. This is the Sports Hub Show where we preach the gospel sport to you for the next 15 minutes, telling you about everything happening on the pitch of football, to the court of tennis, to the octagon of the UFC. Major stories coming through on this show this evening. We're taking stories coming through from the home front, on the continent, as well as traveling straight to Europe, taking reactions from some of the matches that went down last night. In the world of football, looks like Tottenham Hotspur are finally having a headway, but here's the big question: who is Hugo Tudor? A big name, you say, because the last job he took was a job with the Turin side. That's talking about Juventus. But then bringing him to the English Premier League, how will this pan out for both sides? We'll talk more about it on the show this evening, and as well other news currently making the rounds. Talk about contract extensions. Talk about even former managers taking a swipe at some of their teams. And to the seat of the back of the net right about now, I'll be getting the show on the road. Your Deji Ajiboye is my name. Absolute honor to be your host on the show this evening, taking you through the very best of stories that are making around in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sports. Whether you're a sports person, or you're just someone who loves the thrill of the game, or you're an athlete yourself, I tell you what, this is the right place for you to be, because the early bird has gone around the world to catch the scores, and I am more than willing to serve it to you just the way you like it. Such a manner that we're streaming live on our Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. We're also live on our YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. And to the switch of the back of the net right now, we'll get the show on the road, starting with talks coming through from the home front, most definitely. You know, I always say that this charity begins from home. Let's take this news that has to do with Nigeria's poster boy and as well. That's talking about Victor Osimhen, who yesterday was being listed among the world's most prolific international goal scorers of the current decade. Is in the same mix with the likes of, let me say, good company, likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi, Kylian Mbappe. And this is not just coming by just any out person. This is from the International Federation of Football History and Statistics. The Super Eagles striker made the podium for the top scorers of national teams in the third decade of the 21st century. That's between 2021 to 2030 in the rankings, placing him in the elite company with some of the football's biggest names. You think I'll forget to mention my name? Aide Jajibwe is my name, by the way, and I've got Cyril with me in the studio this evening. Welcome to the show, Cyril.
It's good to be here once again to talk sports. And like from your entry, it's World Radio Day today. And there was this post I saw online about radio and AI. Like, can AI actually take the place of an OAP on the show?
I'm not saying that happen.
I like AI can only enhance.
Can be a tool.
Can be a tool.
Which that's been.
Not it can't totally take away that human angle, human aspect when it comes to entertaining, informing, and educating your listeners as well. So, to all OAPs out there, happy World Radio Day to you all.
Thank you so much for that particular one. And yes, quickly, let's go straight into the story right now. Victor Osimhen being named in the same class with the likes of Kylian Mbappe and also Cristiano Ronaldo by the International Federation for Football Statistics as one of the top strikers for this decade.
Well, for Victor Osimhen, good one. Like you said, like you rightly said, he's in a good company, and without a doubt, when you talk about a striker, like striker's instinct, just your main duty is just to put the ball behind at the back of the net. You can't look beyond Osimhen. And there was a rumor that Barcelona actually offering are ready to make an 80 million euros for Victor Osimhen. So
I think every team now wants to sign a Nigerian player. If not for anything, the boss.
Exactly. Exactly. Atletico are actually feeling it right now. They are enjoying it. They are enjoying the moment with Ademola Lookman over there. But for Victor Osimhen, no doubt, is one of the prolific striker out there. Talking about just putting the ball at the back of the net, which is the job of a striker as well. So for Victor Osimhen, I think the international federation that lists him among those top player that they were spot on when it comes to it was the metric wasn't about your style of play or your gameplay, just your duty on the pitch of play. As a striker, your number one duty is to get your team the goals, and Osimhen actually whenever he's on the pitch, you always see the passion, the commitment is always there as well. So good one for him as well.
All right, good one for him. And yes, we're still very much on the home front right now, but we have to skedaddle straight into other sports. Let's talk a little bit about athletics before we return to the world of football on the show this evening. Let's start with the lawn tennis. A couple of days ago, Team Nigeria most definitely made it out of the World Group 2. The playoffs where they will now be playing in a feisty World Group 2 match against Morocco. I mean, top of our head, top of every Nigerian right now, you know that there's a bit of, not a rivalry really, but there's a bit of broken relationship between Nigeria and Morocco. And now again, we have been drawn together in the world's premier international men's tennis competition. The Davis Cup is more like the World Cup of tennis. It's just that it's in different tiers, and you have to play different playoffs and qualification matches before you make it into the elite group.
Exactly, for Nigeria at this point, talking about that, it's not about rivalry. And if you are going to say rivalry, it started from football. Now it's
something brought about it.
Exactly, that is morphing into other sports as well, and tennis as well. So for the Nigerian team, I just feel they should just be focused on their game on that day as well. And they've went through the first round. This is the second round, and it's one step at a time. So the one they've went through, that one should be in the past, and they should focus on this Moroccan team and men's tennis team as well.
But the downside is the fact that the game is going to be played in Morocco. And the last game, Morocco, this same tennis we're talking about, the last match was their own playoff match was against Colombia. And both on and off the court of play, there were different talks, like different provocative scenes where we were seeing, fans from the stands throwing water bottles onto the court.
For exactly, and at this point for the Nigerian teams, they should also be expecting such such as well. And the game is going to be played in Morocco.
Yeah.
The intimidation is going to be there. The rivalry, like you mentioned, that started from football as well, is going to be there as well. So for the Nigerian team, they should just be focused, stick to their game plans as well, and hopefully give their best as well. Whatever happens from there on, not actually going there and start feeling intimidated by what is happening outside the field of play as well. So for the Nigerian team, it's going to be a tough one, no doubt, because for the fact that this match is going to take place in Morocco over there, and that rivalry, as you said, that there will be so many things behind those Moroccan fans that will be at that pitch. There will be so many bad experience, so many bad things that they'll be having, they'll be thinking at the back of their mind as well. So for I'll just say for the Nigerian team, let them just go there, do their best, put in their best effort, and hopefully the God of tennis on that day might actually beyond that.
With the victory in the last game against Uzbekistan, Nigeria definitely moved up 8 places to 66, while the likes of Uzbekistan dropped to 68, and Morocco also slipped to 48, because right now they seem to be one of the highest ranked African countries when it comes to tennis ranking. Still talking other sports on the show, earlier yesterday, the Senate Committee on Sports has now backed the proposal to increase the 2026 budget of the National Institute of Sport from 2.8 billion naira to about 60 billion naira, while also calling for the National Sports Commission to have a governing board in place before the end of the first quarter. In case you don't know, the National Institute of Sport is like a monotechnic where sporting courses have been taken, let's say a coaching course, and whatever it is that you want to learn about sport. That is what that institution has been for a long time. I don't want to say that it's been in a state of obscurity, or let me say in a state of dilemma, because little to no attention was being paid to it. Not until recently when they had a new director general and talking about the former deputy governor of Edo State. I was talking about Philip Shuaibu, where since it took into the arms of affairs at the National Institute of Sport, it's been a little bit different from what we've been seeing in the time past. Because I've been there before, and I tell you what I saw then. Okay, well, it is well.
Well, for the National Institute of Sports, good one for them as well, and the budget has been increased at this point. So I feel
that's like a massive increment from 2.8 to 60 billion. That's adding 50 something to it.
Exactly, it's a massive increment because it's an institution for sports, and there will be so many things to be there, like you mentioned. Probably a coaching course, and first and foremost, we should pay attention to the facilities as well, because if there are no proper facilities in place, you can't just bring in people who want to learn about sports, probably coaching, whatever sport it is, and their facility first and foremost is not even encouraging.
It's not top notch.
It's not top notch.
I mean, this place has been in existence since like the 1970s.
So you can imagine how long it has been abandoned. And good one for the chairman at this point, getting this kind of budget, getting this kind of attention at this point in time, and the federal government is also paying attention to it. So the budget should actually be put into good use. It's not just about just coming to the faces of newspaper or to the media and telling us how much you've gotten, but we should be able to see results for the amount we've gotten as well.
True that hopefully they get to this is approved, and once it's out, it's been used judiciously and for the real reason why it's been taken. And away from that, right now, still taking talks coming through from the home front on the show this evening. This is still Sports Up Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, the Friday edition of the show today, taking you through the nitty-gritty of all of the major stories that are currently making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sports. Before we move away from the home front, we'll talk about Africa right now. Don't forget that the Super Falcons of Nigeria are now preparing for what is going to be, hopefully, they're going to win the 11th WAFCON title right there. Plenty of talks has been emanating in the last couple of days concerning the hosting by Morocco at the point in time. There were different talks that maybe or maybe not they are going to either postpone it or they are going to be changing the venue from Morocco to South Africa. But right now, the Confederation of African Football have now confirmed that Morocco remains the host nation for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations. I know know for one that if Morocco should, opt out of hosting this, there are going to be sanctions, and I'm sure they've possibly, thought about the effects of it. That's why they are just trying to play police and say, okay, it is CAF that is talking, it's not Morocco that is talking.
I feel there have been some background discussion, some background meeting between the Moroccan FA and CAF as well. Because in the first place, the Moroccan threatened to withdraw from hosting this tournament as well, and we are getting the news that they are still going to go ahead and host the tournament as well. So for them, I feel probably the two parties have come to an agreement, because judging by what's happened from the AFCON as well, I feel both parties are still agree with each other as well, especially the Moroccans as well, because it was aftermath of everything that happened at the AFCON that brought about them trying to withdraw their hosting. So now that they are coming back to see, CAF is coming now to tell us that Morocco is still going to go ahead to host that tournament. Probably there have been some boardroom meetings, some agreements. So between these two parties as well, and good one for them, good one for CAF especially, because Moroccans has always been their go-to person when it comes to hosting, especially this WAFCON tournament as well. So good one for them.
Well, this is coming through after the CAF Executive Committee meeting that was held in Dar es Salaam earlier today, and then the CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe addressed the rumors directly, and he stated it emphatically that the tournament will take place as scheduled from 17th of March straight to 3rd of April, which is going to be the 16th edition of the Women's African Football Competition. And away from that, still talking about football competition on the African scene, ahead of the Confederation of African Football, the 2028 AFCON, which is going to be the final time we'll be having a biennial AFCON, then after this particular one in 2028, by 2029, we'll now be seeing the African Nations League. But then, 4 nations have come out to put out a bid, the likes of Morocco, South Africa, joint bid with Botswana, and there's also Ethiopia, who have also made a bid to host the 2028 African Cup of Nations. The deadline was yesterday, and these 3 nations have put out the bid that they want to host the AFCON.
For both Morocco, South Africa, and Botswana and Equatorial Guinea as well. I feel,
No, I mean Morocco, Ethiopia,
and
South
Africa and Botswana, and so probably one of them is actually going to get the hosting right at the end of the day. One from the north, one from the east, and 2 from the south as well. So actually, at the end of the day, one is going to one region is going to get that hosting right as well. True. But Morocco back in this hosting bid as well. I feel they have everything it takes to host the AFCON as well. The facilities are there. They have everything over there. But for South Africa as well, they are not lacking behind as well. So
it feels like South Africa really do want a tournament to come back. Since the World Cup in 2010. No, 2013, if I'm not mistaken, it's not gone back there.
Yeah, since 2013. So probably the South Africans also will have a say in this hosting tussle as well. And if it's going, whatever nation is going to host the AFCON, probably have to at least put up a good showing as well. Give us a good tournament as well. Your fans should be in order, and everything should be in order, the logistics as well. So everything that ensure that a tournament is properly hosted, and both your visitors and the teams as well are well taken care of, both on and off the field of play should be mentioned as well. So probably whichever country eventually get the right to host the AFCON, I'm hoping it's going to be a good one for them.
Well, I don't know, but a lot of different talks about AFCON in the last couple of days, especially with talks, or should I say, little birds whispering that Kenya seem not to be ready to host the AFCON come next year. Don't forget that the AFCON for 2027 will be staged between June and July. But then there have been reports that the AFCON that will be hosted by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda might be delayed or moved.
Is that
because they said that there's going to be election in Kenya next year, and at about that time,
all these things should have been put into consideration when they are putting forward that they are hosting bid as well. And probably you understand that it's not just Kenya. They also have some Uganda and Tanzania also making it a joint to host the competition.
Yeah.
But as it stands now, would they be postponing the tournament because of just Kenya? I don't know. I don't know the kind of agreements the three nations has and also have with CAF as well also. But postponing that tournament, and I feel it's too soon as well. We just finished the AFCON like.
Well,
from
it
last
is not on us. All of this started with the COVID-19 year.
Exactly, but there should be a way just to align this thing gradually. We are now hosting AFCON as like it's an
every year
tournament as well, and probably is what the Kenyans are also looking at, and for the fans as well. We just finished the last AFCON in the month of January, and we are already preparing for another one next year. June 2027. There's another one in 2028 as well. So it's like the AFCON should be the most important tournament in Africa.
Yeah,
so true. And hosting it year after year, I think it's taking out the shine of the AFCON as well. We are okay with the biannual hosting of the tournament as well. Now CAF is saying it's going to be 4 years after 2028, just to align with the European calendar as well. So let's see what happens from
we look forward to see how the stories that will keep emanating before then. But hopefully it doesn't get extended or it doesn't get postponed, just like it's been said. Away from that story right now, we're away from the home front totally. Let's go skedaddle straight to Europe. I will start with us coming through from the world of football on the show. First of all, let's take reaction from the game that went down yesterday night. And yes, a whole lot of pomp and pageantry for Nigerian poster boy Ademola Lookman, who now has 4 goals and assists. That's talking about total contribution after playing 3 matches right there at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. I mean, feels like he's settling in right at home at Atletico Madrid.
Exactly. I think Ademola Lookman is starting to enjoy his football once again. After everything that happened at Atlanta, now he has played 2 matches in the Copa del Rey and has 4 goals contribution, 2 goals and 2 assists as well. And coming against Barcelona last night, it was... I don't think anybody saw that.
Barcelona went on holiday.
Even at that, but nobody saw that result coming. 4 goals to nothing, and you can understand that. Yeah, Barcelona actually missing some players. The likes of Pedri is out.
But there was Lamine Yamal.
But for Lamine Yamal, I think
it dropped a stinker.
We've said it that Rafinha is the most important player on that team. Whenever Rafinha is out, the team always struggle, and we've seen it. The big matches they play against Real Madrid, they lost. Against PSG, they lost. Against Atletico Madrid yesterday, they also lost. So the team is much more. The workload is much more bigger when Rafinha is not in the team as well. But for Ademola Lookman, the Nigerian boy, the Atletico Madrid, they're actually enjoying this moment. And they are actually enjoying this moment as it is right now. Got a goal and also an assist last night as well. And also the own goal by Young guys. They also has a hand in
pre-assist.
Exactly, in it as well. So good one for Ademola Lookman, starting to enjoy his football again. And these are the kind of thing we want to see from Nigerian players abroad as well.
All right, away from that story right now, still taking thoughts coming through from the world of football on the show. Sports Talk Show on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget, I was streaming live on our Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. And we're also live on our YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. You can be a part of the show, get interactive with us. 0907-224-5018 is the gateway to the studio. 0907-224-5018 is the gateway to the studio. Taking thoughts from the ever exciting world of football right here on the show this evening. Quickly, just because we skedaddle straight to Europe, let's talk about this merry-go-round of football managers. I mean, look here, last year, I feel, at the point I was thinking maybe 2025 was when we would see like mass exodus of coaches getting sacked. But this year, looks like I was just playing. I mean, they're telling me they play. Because in La Liga last year, it was just 6 managers that were sacked. In the English Premier League, it was just 7. In German Bundesliga, I think was 6. But this year already, we've seen like 9 managers getting sacked in the English Premier League, and we still have like 12 more games to go.
And for managers as well, Nottingham Forest alone has produced 3 already.
Yeah, that's like 27% of the money.
Exactly. That team has sacked their manager this season as well. So you can see, like, I like, was it on the post I said, when the team is not doing right, the manager is actually the easiest target.
Okay, I think I asked that question on Sports News. I mean, why sack the manager? After sacking the manager, what happens? You bring in another person.
So that's why we come about manager bounce. Probably there will be a change in of atmosphere will be, or
maybe that the manager is
stifling the players as well, not using them according to their using them in their best position as well. But whenever a team is not doing well, the easiest target is the manager. You just fire the manager. It's quite unfortunate for them as well. And like you rightly said, 6 managers in the Premier League this season
already,
and in La Liga as well, in Bundesliga as well, and the latest one has to be Thomas Frank and Roberto De Zerbi as well.
Yeah, there's also Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche as well.
Yeah.
So for managers as well, probably is it that time to be getting sacked at this point?
Well, talking about managerial sacking, and also especially with Tottenham Hotspur, they seem not to be wasting time, because as it is right now, they have now announced that they will be going into interim management under Igor Tudor. Igor Tudor, sometimes early this season, it was being sacked by Juventus. That's like the Turin side right there. He's had a couple of stints with the likes of Galatasaray, Marseille. He's coached Udinese, that's in the Italian Serie A. I think he's coached Lazio, Roma too.
Exactly.
But most recently was sacked by Juventus in October. At that time, I think he had like, was it 9 or 8 match that he didn't win a game?
He didn't win.
Like, he had 8 match winless streak, and that's the same manager that Tottenham Hotspur are looking to bring in. I mean, a side that is struggling, because Tottenham are like 5 points above the relegation zone.
For Tottenham Hotspur, at this point, they just have to bring in anybody, and
so not just bring. But they would have just used an interim, like maybe Townsend or maybe Ryan Mason. I mean, Ryan Mason has always been in interim for them.
Exactly, and probably now maybe they don't want to look in the way of Ryan Mason as well. And even Igor Tudor is actually on interim basis as well. So probably if he doesn't do well at the end of the season, it will be easier.
Okay, now going through his record
for them to just let him go.
Going through Igor Tudor's record while he was at Juventus, he had 8 wins in 17 league games across 2 seasons. Meaning he left Juventus with 47.1%. Like, bro, in 2 seasons, you only won 8 wins in 17 league games.
So what is the percentage of Sean Dyche that has been sacked? It's actually like for like as well. So if you are sacking Sean Dyche because of that and you are bringing in Igor Tudor, I feel probably like it's for Nottingham Forest. I think everything just have to fall at the feet of their president for sacking Nuno from the very beginning as well. Because when Nuno was at the end of affairs, the team was doing well. They were actually high flying as well, and probably he sacked them because, and in Nigeria I will tell you can't go against constituted authority. That was the only reason why Luis Santos was actually sacked at Nottingham Forest as well. So you can't blame him as well. When we talk about the performance on the pitch of play, he was actually doing well, but you are still at the mercy of the person that gave you the job as well. So you can't just come to the media and start blasting or bashing the president as well.
Well, I tell you, wide reactions are following this particular appointment, because people, for someone like me, when I saw the news earlier today, I was like, why not just leave Thomas Frank? Because honestly, I don't think he's doing all that bad, but it is what it is. I'm not in the best place to tell the Tottenham Hotspur management how best to go about their dealings. And away from that, right now, still taking thoughts coming through from the English Premier League on the show right about now. The Ballon d'Or, the one-time Ballon d'Or winner, who since then has really not been living up to what we expected. That's talking about Manchester City's midfielder Rodri, who has now been charged with misconduct by the Football Association following the comments he made about referees after the size 2-0 draw at Tottenham Hotspur earlier this month. It's been said that the 29-year-old was left angry by Dominic Solanke's goal. That goal where Maguire was also involved. I mean, it caused a bit of frenzy. I mean, even football fans, because I was seeing that game and I'd be like, had it been this is like a reverse case now, that would have been a penalty.
Exactly. Outrightly a penalty as well. So these are things that happen in the football match as well. So it's the referee's decision, and it has to stay at the end of the day. If the referee feels is not bad enough to be termed as a foul, but we all know that was a foul as well, and even with the intervention of VAR as well. So the referee stick to his decision as well. So you can't blame Rodri for lashing out and coming out to say what he said.
And if you ask me, he didn't say anything much. He only says referees have to pay attention. Like, bro, open your eyes.
Exactly. But for the English FA, they feel he has crossed the line over there, because players will always say their mind as well. They're also humans.
True.
And it's a football game. It's a game of emotion as well. So you can't take that one away from the players as well. They're also human. So you can't ask them when a decision is not going their way, and you are telling the player not to even say their mind. You've made your call quite all right. Yeah. But let the player also say their mind as well. Yeah. Let them say what they feel.
And honestly, I was sent to someone the other day at a viewing center where I was, and then we're talking about the body cam that the referees now wear. And I feel like this is also part of making the game less fun. Because exactly. With referees wearing a body cam, it means players cannot even mumble words.
Not at all.
It's not making the game any more fun. Because I cannot say anything. I know that you are capturing me with the camera that's on your body.
And most times now, you now see players covering their mouths.
Fine. Technology, it's fine. It's good that the game is advancing. We're having all of these things come into play, but
humans are still the one playing this. Humans are still the one playing this football as well. Yeah. So you can't just take away that human aspect of it as well. So the emotions are technology is meant to enhance ensure that the referee make right decisions as well. Yeah. So even with the technology in that Tottenham and Manchester City game, after consulting VAR, we
saw the outcome.
You stick to your decision as well. I mean,
sometimes the decisions are just like, this is what I want to do.
Exactly.
Because I remember the game between Arsenal and Brentford last night too, and there was an offside call, and the PGMOL now came out to say this morning that the players were too much in that place. That's why the VAR could not, the semi-automated VAR could not draw there's a line that's going to be drawn. That so caused the players were too packed there, they could not draw the line. Then they had to use like a manual approach to decide whether it's
offside or not,
an onside goal. Like, seriously. But then, just because we just mentioned that, let's go talk about the game between Arsenal and Brentford last night. Of course, Arsenal threw away the chance of going 6 points at the top of the English Premier League table. And I was sharing with someone, I said, Manchester City knows how to do a title. I think I made a video on it. Manchester City knows how to do a title chase. They did it in 2019-2020. They did it in 2021-2022. That was when it involved Liverpool. Yeah. They did it in 2022-2023. They won by just 2 points. That was on the final day of the season. And now we are already seeing it happen again.
For Manchester,
just 4 points separating Manchester City and Arsenal at the top of the table.
For Manchester City, they've been there, done that over time. So when it comes to the tail end of the season, that is where Manchester City just go on that crazy run of.
I tell you, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Manchester City does like we have like 14 games remaining or 13 games
13
remaining
or 12, yeah.
If they do 13 games winning streak, I won't be
surprised because they've done it before. And that is just the antecedent that why people are actually scared for Arsenal team as well. And against for before the game against Liverpool, Manchester City Liverpool, the talks were okay, let Liverpool just do what it is. That we are going 8 points or 9 points ahead, but fast forward today, just 4 points behind these two teams as well. So that is how football can be.
And the table is very much fun.
Very much fun.
Even if you drop your points, then you definitely know that you are going to be in for it.
Exactly.
Still taking more reaction from the English Premier League before we go straight to other top 5 European leagues. This particular one coming through from the red side of Merseyside, talking about Liverpool with Arne Slot. Reign lasting Liverpool needs as injury strikes again. Arne Slot has admitted the last thing Liverpool need this season is another injury after Wataru Endo was stretched off against Sunderland during the weekend. Another injury added to the list of injuries for Liverpool. More like adding salt
to injury. bad one for Liverpool at this one for Wataru Endo especially. is going to be out. And for Arne Slot as well, the results are actually not coming in his way, and his player are also dropping due to injury as well.
Yes.
And there's Isak that is signed for crazy amount of money. He haven't even played enough match for.
Right now he has like
Liverpool.
7 players injured, if I'm not mistaken. There's Watarendu that just got injured. There's Jamie Frimpong. There's Alexander Isak. There's the defender that came in, Giovanni Leoni.
So many of them, and you can. And if you are in Arne Slot's shoes right now, you'll be.
I don't want to be in his shoes.
Right?
I don't want to be in his shoes.
So you understand what he's saying at this point in time, because they need this player. They need to start getting points on board as well. They're actually off the top. They're actually off the top 4 as well.
Yeah, I think there are 5 points.
Adrift.
5 points adrift to the 4th position.
To the 4th position as well.
And
so
I think 3 points behind Chelsea.
With all that financial boosting that all those players they sign.
Financial boosting.
All those players they sign, that they should be making at least the Champions League, and here they're out of the Champions League places as well.
It can happen.
For Liverpool, it can't be much worse than this. They are not getting points. Their players are out injured, and results are not.
This weekend they'll be traveling to play against Brighton and Hove Albion in the FA Cup. Because yes, in case you don't know, there will be no Premier League actions this weekend. Rather, we'll be having the FA Cup 4th-round matches, where we'll be seeing the team that will be going into the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. Liverpool will be playing against Brighton and Hove Albion. A big one for Liverpool, if you ask me, because it's just like an all Premier League affair now.
Exactly, all Premier League affair in the FA Cup for them as well, and Liverpool are also playing at home, so probably if they are going to get anything from this season, they should take the FA Cup serious as well too. And exactly, they are going to take anything from this season or celebrate a major trophy. The FA Cup should be their priority for Liverpool as well, because the way it is going now with the form of the players, the injuries, the too many injuries they have as well, and they are playing against Brighton. Brighton is now also a pushover as well.
Well, not like last season's Brighton. I think Fabian Uzela already lost the plot.
Yes, he did, but if you are playing against Liverpool, you don't know the kind of Liverpool that will show up. Not the vintage Liverpool that we are used to. So Brighton can also just come out and put up a fight.
All right, away from that story right now, let's make this particular stop in the Spanish La Liga, with Jude Bellingham being said to be in the race against time right there. And also, don't forget, it is a World Cup year, and a lot of players who have been out injured right now will need to be fit by at least next month. Anything that is not making you be on the pitch of play towards the end of this month and early March, then it means you might just be saying BYS to the World Cup.
Your World Cup spot is at stake. But for Jude Bellingham, even before he got injured, Thomas Tuchel has already said that he has to
any space
at that team, as he has to up his game as well. And now that he's out injured, the chances of even selecting him is now even slimmer than when he was actually playing as well. So for Jude Bellingham and for the English national team, there are lots of competition. The coach has come out to say
because there's the
Nations League, and there are people that he has to fight for in that midfield position as well. The likes of Declan Rice, Adam Watson, and this I can't remember, Anderson as well, Elliot Anderson as well, and Morgan Rogers as well. And the coach even come out.
If Nottingham Forest should relegate, then the teams that will be going for that Anderson boy
will be massive, especially in the English Premier League as well. Yes, so you can also understand that is also one of the candidates to be on that flight to the World Cup as well. So for Jude Bellingham, it's actually a sad one for him getting injured at this point in time as well, when even your manager is always telling you that your spot in the team is actually shaky. Now you're out injured, so it's quite unfortunate for him.
Very unfortunate, if you ask me. Okay, still taking more stories coming through from the world of football on the show this evening. Don't forget to get interactive with us. 0907-2245-018 is the gateway to the studio. Send us your reactions, of course. Looking forward to some of the matches that will be happening later this evening, as well as tomorrow, right there in the English FA Cup. Most definitely, we've talked about some stories from the home front on the show this evening. I'll also be having some matches go down in the Nigerian Premier Football League. All right, before we take the fixtures from the European scene, let's talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League. By the way, a couple of matches will be going down this weekend. And just so you know that Wiki Tourists, during the course of the week, were being given a bit of sanctions, and also some rescheduled matches for Rivers United too. Don't forget that they were representing Nigeria on the continent at the point in time, and honestly, it does feel like they shouldn't have gone to represent us on the continent, because it just feels like a waste of slots right there. And a lot of people are now appealing that maybe we should just cut Rivers United some slack and maybe just focus on the real reason why they were not able to perform very well on the continent, which is the fact that the Nigerian Premier Football League is not just there yet. Exactly. I mean, a lot of people mentioned that in the last couple of days, even some of the ex-players, as to the things that should be done in a bid to up the Nigerian Premier Football League to make sure that they are able to compete with big boys. Someone even cited the example that this same Pyramids that defeated the Rivers United team, when they also went to play in the FIFA Club World Cup, that they were beaten too. So it means that
they are levels to this thing. Exactly, they are levels to this thing. But when you talk about levels, it shouldn't be bad that this is an African scene. Nigeria is also a footballing nation.
They call us a footballing nation.
Exactly, for crying out loud, and we have a league. I don't know if we should still continue to call what we are doing in this country a league as well. But
no, it's a league.
You won't blame Rivers.
Ours is ours, bro.
Ours is ours, but the right has to be done. But you won't blame Rivers United as well. It's a testament of what is happening in Nigerian in the home base league for Nigeria as well. So whenever we go out there to represent Nigeria, we actually see the difference. For the league itself, I feel it's high time we open up the Nigerian Professional League. The last time a Nigerian team won the CAF Champions League, which I can remember, which is Enyimba. We have players from other countries playing for Enyimba at that point in time. Yeah. But
I mean, the last team in the country that had a bit of influx of foreign players, I think was Remo or Ifeanyi Ubah. Had like 5 or 6 Brazilians there. So I think Remo Stars too had a bit of African players.
Exactly. So I feel it's our time we just open up the Nigerian league and for other parts of African country players also come in and just improve the league as well.
I think we just triggered someone now. 2289. This person is not putting their name, that's why I'm calling the last 4 digit of their number. 2289 says a lot needs to be done about the Nigerian Premier Football League. This is not it. Okay, but then, bro, I'm glad that you didn't put your name and where you texting us from, but your phone number is 2289. Yes. This person is also echoing the same thing. Exactly. It feels like Nigerians are facing the same direction when it comes to our take on the MPFL.
Because the results are there. The results are there, and it's not encouraging as well. We have teams that represent us in the CAF Champions League, in the CAF Confederations Cup, and at some point we are even struggling to even get to the group stages of this tournament as well. And the one that managed to get to the group stage, we are embarrassed out of the tournament as well. So I feel a lot has to be done about the MPFL as well. Like I said earlier, the last time, it's not a must that we must have 20 teams competing in the MPFL. Let's have teams that are ready, that have the structure.
I know that you have the funds.
You have the funds, you have the structure, you have the facilities to ensure that, because football nowadays is beyond what happened on the field of play as well. Your backroom staff, the medical as well, your training facilities. So it's a whole lot for Nigeria at this point in time.
08072245018 once again is the gateway to the studio, and 2289 has already sent us a message. If you're also out there, let's hear from you. Let's feel your pulse, especially about the Nigerian Premier Football League. Now always preach it to us, and that charity begins from home. 0907-224-5018, and also we're streaming live on our YouTube channel at iImpact 102.1 FM and our Facebook fan page at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. Quickly going through the fixtures of the matches that we played in the Nigerian Premier Football League for March week 26. Tomorrow is going to be Barawa FC up against Kun Khalifat. This particular game is the main reason why Kun Khalifat said they were going to withdraw from the league. And look at it now. This game was finally brought forward. This game was supposed to be played tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, on Sunday.
On Sunday. And
so because something was going to happen in Kano, like maybe it's a festival, maybe it's the governor of Kano that wants to use the stadium.
Now they have to bring it forward as well. So
seriously,
these are the part of things we are saying about.
No, I'm not even disputing the fact that they use the stadiums in the European scene too, like the Old Trafford pitch. They play what's it called? They play the NFL on it.
Yeah.
They play rugby on it. But we see how they treat the stadiums.
Exactly. The way
They don't allow it affect
the way they take care of those stadium after every match day, and whatever that happens.
Even
concerts as well. The way the stadium is being taken care of after every event, you understand that yes, there's actually something going on. But for Barao and Kano are actually sharing the same stadium.
Yeah, in Kano,
in Kano at this point. So imagine the two teams playing football on that stadium, and you have the government also whatever it is that they want to use the stadium for as well. It's still going to be on that same pitch as well, without anybody taking proper care of that pitch after the event or after a football game as well. So I think for Barao FC and Kun Khalifa, it's a match of the basement boys as well.
Still not basement boys.
they are the
gold miners.
Exactly. So who needs it more? At least.
Okay.
We are going to know whoever wins the game actually needs it more.
All right, and on Sunday it's going to be El Academy Warriors up against Plateau United. Plateau United definitely have been in some top form because their manager that's talking about Gbenga Ogunbothe won the manager of the month for January in the Nigerian Premier Football League. They've not lost a game since January. They've been on an unbeaten bounce of 7 matches so far.
Good one for Plateau United as well, and for their coach also.
Gbenga Ogunbothe, yeah, true.
He's actually doing something.
A serial winner in the MPFL,
yes,
I tell you.
Well known. So he's actually doing something right at Plateau United at this point. And their last 7 matches,
just look at it.
They have
1-4 and drawn just 2.
Drawn just 2 as well. So good one for the team as well. Good one for Gbenga Ogunbothe as well. And I think that streak is still going to continue
against Academy Warriors.
Against Academy Warriors.
I like that. I like that you so much believe in them.
The momentum is there as well. Like, probably they won't lose the match. It might actually end in a draw, and the unbeaten streak still continues.
Okay, all right. Other matches that we play will also be saying Katsina United up against Nasarawa United in the Nigerian Premier Football League for this weekend. Still taking some of the other matches that we played in the MPFL for the match week 26. Remo Stars will be welcoming Abia Warriors. This is like a make or mark game for Remo Stars in my own books.
It is for them because Remo Stars, their form has been horrible in the past few matches they've had as well, and they have just 2 matches to play before going back to Ikene from